Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Bytes. Obi-Wan here. So just an update on my last calls. Things have moved very quickly. So Riskmoon is up about 2x from my last call. Congratulations, you were on that. This was one of my strong picks. I do really like the platform. For those of you that don't know, go back and watch my last video and hopefully leave a like and a comment on it. But Riskmoon is a project that is launching an MMORPG linked to their token and some NFTs, and that's all going to be like their ecosystem. So it's very impressive. I've heard great things about the developer. The developer's been doxed, great reputation, and I think this is going to run quite hard. So right now it's at a 900k market cap. I called it to when it was about 400k, and they've just revamped the website. So if you watch my last video, this wasn't their last website. The last website was a copy of the Fair Moon kind of Safe Moon kind of projects. It was a copy and paste kind of website. This one is more in line with their aesthetic. So this looks very good. We saw their teaser for the NFT marketplace, which looked very good, and I think we're going to hear a lot more about this project coming up. Obviously, the point of this channel is that I give you this information before everyone knows about it, so that's great. If you would have kind of jumped on that call and it looked good to you when I talked about it first, then you are in 2x. We should be seeing some price discovery, and we will probably be hearing more bullish news about the stuff they've got in the works. So congrats to those who jumped on that. Now, Safe Galaxy, this was one of the type of shitcoins I said to avoid. So Safe Galaxy is doing very well. It looks like they're about 2.5x, which is great. Oh wow, now testing all-time highs. Good for them. Okay, so guys, these projects are not very predictable. So there are a lot of these kind of projects around in the space. I don't know. You never know where they're going to go. But yeah, fortunately, it looks like this is gonna have a second burst of life, and that is very good. So happy to see smaller guys making money. Obviously, you guys do know I think of these as shit coins. I don't think they have any value. Um, so that's what I think. I don't think it's very hard to kind of see which one of these are going to do well. But I'm happy that the guys in this group chat are going to be all over the place jumping because they've got 2.5x, and I think we could see some bigger price movement. I don't know what these guys have in the works, but yeah, congratulations on those guys. If I had to pick a shitcoin right now, I'd pick Nicheman on the topic of shitcoins. So Nicheman is a another friction degen play basically. So tax transactions, automatic liquidity, permanent, and then they used it to burn the supply. It's community different driven, renounced, liquidity is locked, all that stuff. So standard stuff. But what is interesting is their roadmap. The roadmap says that they've got token burn, marketing, and charity initiative. Apparently, they've sent $10,000 to charity already. Very impressive. They've got limited edition NFTs coming out next month and merchandise. That's very interesting. So the only other coin I saw to do merchandise was Hoj, and Hoj is worth 200 million. So that's very kind of bullish. And then in quarter 2, so in the next month or two, they're going to be introducing their yield farm. I've never heard of a degen coin like this doing a yield farm. So that's a serious kind of technological undertaking. So that sounds very impressive. I'm hearing very, very good things about the developers. I hear that they are very competent, that they're very based, they know what they're doing, they're engaged, and this looks all very bullish. This has all the makings of a safe moon 100x, 10x. I see at least a 10x for this coin. Not from here, from where it was. I see this kind of running quite hard. Yep, so running quite hard, expected. And yeah, so that would be my shit code. So I'll probably wait for this to come back down. Or if you're an ape, a degen ape like me and some of my guys, we will be jumping on this at like these points and making like 10 or 20% wins on the swing and then selling it. But I think it seems to have all the ingredients of a 100x kind of coin. We'll see how it develops. But if I had to pick a shit coin, it'll be these guys. These are shit coins. They're not long term investments that are going to kind of lead you to financial freedom most of the time. I wouldn't put I wouldn't bet the house on these kind of coins. But if I had to pick one at the moment, it would be this. Finally, Super Pepe Bros. Super Pepe World, sorry, is the version 2 of Super Pepe Bros. But it's not doing very well. It's 50% down. Yeah, so it was $1.50 yesterday. That sucks. That's obviously not great. I think it's probably going to recover. I did not read the TA properly. It was an Adam and Eve signal. So Adam and Eve signal is this. So we have a price spike, it recovers quickly, and then it rounds out. And that's exactly what we had here. We had a price spike upwards, dumped, and then they had it rounding out. Okay, so probably find support around here, probably stay around this for a bit, and I'll probably recover slowly. That's what I think is going to happen. And I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna take that 50% loss. I don't mind. It'll probably come back, and I'll be farming in the meantime anyway. So I'm not fussed. You guys should remember that this project is literally 3 days old. Yeah, and this dip is getting eaten fast anyway. So I do see this kind of recovering quite easily. People are already buying dip, and it's not. In my opinion, it's nothing to worry about. But if you did jump on that call, unfortunately, I apologize. I did say it wouldn't dip much further than this, and I read the tier wrong, and there was a spike here very very early in the launch. There was a spike that I didn't kind of look into, and then a dip, and then a rounding out. So that is the Adam and Eve. You guys should do well to look into TA patterns. So for these kind of small cap coins, there isn't much price action to go off. So in terms of using all the advanced kind of RSI, MACDs, moving average kind of coins, indicators, they're not as effective. But what is very effective, I found, is these patterns. They're very effective. So knowing your double tops, head and shoulders are very, very common, and they're a very good sign of a reversal. So if something basically is doesn't break resistance a couple of times, then you should probably start thinking of selling if it breaks support. Yeah. Rising wedges always a sign of a downturn coming up. Why? Because buy pressure has been exhausted, so people are buying and then selling and buying and selling. It's getting slowly higher, but the buying energy momentum is being slowly drained. And in the opposite, falling wedges the opposite. So that shows the selling pressures being drained. So people are buying and selling, and it's going down slowly and slowly and slowly, but it keeps on coming back up. So we have a falling wedge, and eventually we're going to exhaust all the sellers, and then we're going to be going for a run. So just memorize these kind of price actions, and along with the Adam and Eve, which I've just showed you guys. And one I learned about is called catters, and this is a very useful one for when patterns stagnate. You won't find this often because this is for kind of bigger coins when they stagnate. But essentially, when you have coins stagnate and they are form a little bit of a double top with a space in between, then you will expect a sell off around the same percentage of the top of the the resistance level. So this is one I've added to my arsenal. It's been very accurate in describing some trades, and now I know and I understand, and so I will be kind of selling off these coins when I see this kind of price action and buying in at a better point. All right, so now let's get over to Orakuru. So Orakuru is the first launch on the kickpad launchpad. So very big deal. Kickpad has to smash this because it's a crucial moment. Because if this doesn't do well, then I don't see very good price action for the kickpad token. Why? Because it shows that their tokens aren't very financially profitable. So they want this to smash it. They want this to 10x, 100x, and show people that yeah, buying our tokens means you can make a lot of money from our pre-sales. So they've clearly picked their project very kind of tactically. They are picking an Oracle. Why is this very a tactical pick? You guys won't know this, but Binance Smart Chain doesn't have many oracles. It's we know about the chain links, the Dior, the Modify, Umbrella, and all the other oracles on the Kylan network, all the other oracles on Ethereum, but on Binance Smart Chain they don't have many oracles. So the two we have that I know of are Bogged Finance, Australian team. This has been doing quite well. I saw this at 1p. My friend saw this at 1p. He wrote this. He made a lot of money on this. It's about 40 million market cap. So that's good, but it's still very small, right? I had it about there and I sold because I wasn't patient. But in about 10 days, it's 4x'd, so that's good. And I see this doing very well. I think this is a very kind of a great project. I'm a big fan of this project, and yeah, so that's that. And then we have Berry Data, and this is one of the first. So when everyone was getting to Binance Smart Chain, this is the very very first, and they're not doing very well. So they peaked at about $50, and they're now at $6, or $30, I think it was, and they're now at $5. They're not doing too well. They've been missing their targets, and the platform and the service doesn't seem that great. So, yeah, people are very enthusiastic on this. So we have Orakuru now competing with these two. I think there's a lot of space for Orakuru to do very, very well. just based on the fact that the kickpad team chose them, I expect the kickpad team were inundated with applications of projects wanting to launch on their platform, and somehow Orakuru came to the top of the list. I don't think this is by accident. I think the team is probably very solid. I think they've got probably a lot of potential, and I have faith that these guys have picked a team and a project that they think is going to fly based on solid fundamentals, because they probably had thousands of applications. Yeah, and just off my knowledge and my experience in the industry, I do know that oracles are a space that is not very not a lot of competition in Binance, and so yeah, I think this has a lot of room to run. It's going to be launching at 600k market cap, so hitting 6 million is a 10x. That is going to be half of what bogged finance is right now. I think being on one of the most widely marketed and biggest uh, launch pads on Binance Smart Chain is going to heavily impact the price. I think we'll see a lot of money flow into this very quickly just because it's launching on Kickpad. Kickpad is a big name right now. It's worth like 20 million. Fully diluted, it's like 700 million. So with their partnerships, I see a lot of good price action on this. And the final thing I would say on this is yeah, I think yeah, so it's got good fundamentals. It's launching on Kickpad, which is going to do very well for the price action. Competition is very low in the Oracle space, and yeah, I did miss the private, so unfortunately, it sold out in literally minutes, like 2 minutes. I applied 10 minutes after it opened because I was on the train, so I didn't have any connection. But when I could, I sent it the appropriate address, and the transaction failed because it was full. So people had applied for all the pre-sale tokens in 2 minutes. It was sold out. Fortunately, Kickpad does have guaranteed allocation, so I will be getting my guaranteed allocation on the 8th of April on the day of launch, before the launch, and so that's good, right? So I will be on this train and I'll be riding it, waiting to see, hoping it will do well, and I think it most likely will. So that's the update, guys. Riskmoon, lot of stuff, good stuff coming out. Congrats on those who jumped on that call. Safe Galaxy's done well. Yeah, so that's great. Happy those guys are making money. Nicheman, I think, is my next pick for a shitcoin of the day. I'll pick his Nicheman. Just know what you're getting into. Super Pepe World not doing very well, 50% down. Um, I think it's going to recover. It's only a 3-day old project. I don't see this dumping to nothing. It's already at like a 700k market cap. Like it's almost, it's a market cap already. So I see this kind of recovering quite easily and going to all time highs. People are saying $10, $50, $100. Donut World was $100 at all time. Donut Finance in my last video was $100 at all time highs. So I think this could easily go to about $50. Seeing as Donut Finance had no unique incentive, literally copy and paste, I don't see why this, with the unique leveling mechanic, the strong partnerships with other projects, NFT marketplace, and their world concept of leveraging the tokens to earn rewards or extra tokens. I don't see this not doing well. So I'm going to be holding. But unfortunately, I did make the wrong call on that, in that I didn't see the Adam and Eve TA sign. And you guys have now learned something. Adam and Eve TA sign, very effective sign in predicting what's going to happen to a token price. But I'm going to be holding strong. And then we have Orakuru coming out on the 8th of April, which I'm going to be very excited to buy into. And I think that's it for today's video. So, guys, please remember to like and subscribe. It's very important to show that, my videos are kind of providing some kind of benefit to you guys. I do try and give you guys the full context surrounding why the market is moving the way it is. That's the whole point of my channel, is to kind of add that, because I did notice there's a lot of misinformation in the crypto space. There's a lot of people pumping shitcoins and they're not telling people what they're getting into, and the context of these shitcoins to enable them to make um, you know well-informed decisions into their crypto investments. And so that's what I wanted to add. Of that, I've been doing this for a while, and I wanted to say, you know what, I'm going to give you the history of shitcoins. I'm going to give you the history of oracles on Binance Smart Chain. I'm going to give you some information on how I do my technical analysis, and I'm going to be reviewing my own trading performance, and hopefully you guys learning from that, and you can be more profitable in your crypto journey. So please like and subscribe, show some support for the channel, or else I'll probably just stop making videos, because then obviously I'm not producing that much value, and I'd rather not. But if you guys are liking it, like and subscribe, and I'll double down and make some more videos, and hopefully we can have a good time together in crypto. All right, guys, stay safe out there. Peace.